Hello everybody! So, surprise, this is a bit different, huh? Commentated speed paints are something that I've been wanting to try for a while, and after thinking about it, I had the idea of turning them into like a digital sketchbook series of sorts, where I show you guys my simpler doodles and studies and whatever else comes to my mind. And for this very first episode, I'm drawing something that is very near and dear to my heart. If you've taken a look at the other videos on my channel, you may have noticed that I love anime. I think it's an amazing medium that's so much more versatile than even Western animation. I mean, I love Western animation too, but anime is just so much more varied because the creators aren't held back by that kids show stereotype that Western animation usually is. Right now I'm drawing the main characters of one of my personal favorite anime, and one of the very first real anime that I ever watched, Wolf's Train. It's a slightly older show. It was released in the early 2000s, and the plot's a little bit complicated, but the gist of it is that in this world, wolves are believed to have been extinct for hundreds of years, when really they're just hiding. The story starts when a small group of these wolves are thrown together and they end up on a journey to find paradise, which is a heaven-like place that is said to appear at the end of the world. Oh yeah, and all the wolves can turn into humans as well. Well, okay, they don't exactly turn into humans, it's more like they trick the humans into seeing them as humans. It's never really explained how this works outside of some weird, vague Native American spiritual stuff that's honestly a bit questionable looking back on it, but I suppose it's forgivable since it was made a while ago and they didn't know any better. But anyway, yeah, it's a bit weird and definitely not for everybody. But it's just so unique, and I love the characters so much, and I was feeling really nostalgic for it lately, so I thought I would draw them in my own style, while also trying to make them all stand out from one another. Since while there are so many great things about anime, variation in character design is not one of them. Starting at the far left, we have Kiba the White Wolf. Kiba is cool-headed, and he's pretty much the uncontested leader of their little ragtag pack. He's the one who started the search for paradise in the first place, since he believes it's his destiny to be able to find it one day. For my version of his design, I wanted to make him the tallest of the group, for no real reason, I just thought it fit, and I also made him very lean from all the time that he spent wandering as a loner before the start of the series. I also gave him sharper edges to get across his more aloof personality. And after him, we have Sume the Tsundere. I made him shorter and stockier since he's the most aggressive of the group, and has had a much harsher life, having had to join up with a human gang just to survive, so I wanted to make him look tough to reflect that. He has sharper edges like Kiba, but I used more square shapes in his design for a more well-built look, while for Kiba I mostly used lean triangles. And next up we have Hige! Hige is pretty much the comic relief character. He's really laid back and carefree, and would probably have been perfectly happy continuing his life of mooching off the humans had Kiba not come around. But he's just such a good boy and I love him so much. Hige's one of the characters who already had a unique body type in the show, so I mostly tried to stick with what was already there and just translated it to my own style. I made him round and fluffy since he's quite plump and well fed from his life among the humans. You probably noticed I made him and Sume a similar height as well, with Hige being just a little bit taller. Like Kiba, I didn't have any particular reason for this other than it just made sense to me for their characters, but, well, you know. Next up we have Toboe! Oh, Toboe, I love you so much, you deserved so much better. Toboe is the youngest and smallest of the group, and the others are pretty quick to remind him of that, but he's determined to prove himself and earn everybody else's respect. He was already very scrawny and lean in the show since he was pretty much living off of scraps of trash, so I tried to keep that in my version of him like I did with Hige. I used a bunch of references of juvenile wolves while I was drawing him, so he has big ears and paws since he's young and hasn't finished growing into his features yet. Basically, he's just a big puppy. And last but not least, we have my favorite character of the show, and one of my favorite characters of any show ever pretty much, Blue. Now, Blue is a weird case since she's not actually a wolf, she's a wolf dog, so I took a lot of liberties with how I drew her to reflect that. For one, she's a lot smaller than the others. I didn't want to make her too small though, since she still has wolf in her, so I figured making her the same size as Toboe would be a good compromise. Not as tall as a wolf, but not as small as a dog. We're never really told what kind of dog she's mixed with. It's probably just a husky or something, but I wanted to make those features stand out more, so I gave her some features of a German Shepherd instead. She's got those big old shepherd ears and the slightly sloping back. I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest. You can see that I went back and messed with her face a lot towards the end there, but what are you gonna do? These were never meant to be polished anyway, so. And there we have it. A big ol' height chart for some very good dogs. Thanks so much for watching and listening to me ramble about one of my favorite shows. What's your favorite lesser known series, anime, or whatever? Let me know down below in the comments, and let me know if you enjoyed this style of speed paint and would like to see more of them. They were really fun to do, and I would definitely like to do more.